Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this from. So this is Coach Madribi here, and even though I'm not going to be doing a training in this video, but I just want us to go through the scanners and just say one or two things. So I've been getting feedback from you that you enjoy the video and like the simplicity. That is just me. That is how I like to learn. Keep it very simple. So sometimes I ask in the bit to understand, I ask questions might sound like a 5-year-old asking, but that's actually where you get understanding from. So I want to answer a question. Someone asked me this morning, uh, and the person asked what was special about the Jifu scanner and said precisely what makes this Jifu scanner so special that people talk about it so much. Now, when I don't like hype. I don't like hype. If something is trending, and maybe a particular movie is trending so much, everybody says, "Oh, it's really a nice movie. You must watch it. Go get it." Chances are that I might watch it and then I just won't like it. That's just me. But then the noise you're hearing about Jifu is not hype. And it's also important that, whoever is guiding you to use Jifu Scanner is actually trading. Yes, is actually trading. Very important, because I've come to realize that there are two categories of people. Some people just like the noise, coming, and some people actually want to give value to others. So, why would you come and pay for something and then you're not guided on how to use it? So that's why I do these videos and then I have sessions. This is not one of the sessions I have with my mentees, but I run these training sessions, a lot because I believe that the more you get to maybe learn to use this thing, you know how to use it. You know how to use it. I think by my second week or so in Jifu, I was already I had watched videos, like I binge watch videos, within the first 2 weeks, learn to do this, learn to do that. I binge watch videos, but importantly, when you're coming to, I'll answer the question. I answered the question of a young man. Importantly, when you're coming to G4 Academy, come with an open mind to learn and resist the urge to see G4 as a get rich quick thing. It is not. Someone came to me and said they are a Forex trader, they've been trading Forex, and then, but they saw my video and they want to be part of, G4 and stuff. I'm like, I asked, how long have you been trading Forex? Like 2 years. And I now said, okay, get started. This is a cost to start. And they're like, oh, I don't have that money. I have to go and look for it. Look, if you're trading whatever, wherever it is you're trading, and in a 3 to 6 months period, you're not profitable. And when I'm talking about profit, if in 6 months, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's trading or not, if in 6 months you're not able to duplicate a result that is giving you at least between 2 to 5K USD on a monthly basis, it actually means you're not serious, and it has nothing to do with maybe where you're coming from or the kind of business you're doing. It actually has everything to do with you, because it means that you are not putting the work in. You're not putting the work in. What I like about Jifu is that it actually is beginner friendly. And we know that a lot of people who get started with Jifu might not have so much trading capital to start with, but you have your discipline. You have the ability to follow instructions, the ability to learn. When I welcome people into our group, I welcome them and I always tell them, lure yourself, to wealth. And when I use the word lure, Lure, it's actually an acronym that stands for, learn. L, then U is unlearn. Then the R is relearn and then earn. So that's lure yourself to wealth. So when you come to Jifu, you have to be open-minded to learn how to use the scanners, learn how to program your mind for success, learn how to stay disciplined, learn how to build your routine, learn how to document your trades, learn risk management so that you can stay profitable. That's learn to follow instructions. That's how you get to succeed, when you come here. So you have to be open-minded to learn. Then you have to unlearn some things. Some of you who come to trade Forex, I see a lot of indiscipline. I see someone who has an account size, a trading account size of $100, and then you want to turn your $100 into $1,000 in 1 week. Come on, guys. Come on. Who does that? Who does that? One of the things that Forex is going to do for you, and that's why I like the Forex trading a lot. One of the things it's going to do for you is to build your psychology, your mindset. Forex is going to reveal to you the vices that you have within you. That's why you see that we all come with a measure of greed in different dimensions. So the market will expose your greed to you, and you have to sit down and say, no, the reason why I'm losing my trades is because I'm greedy. You have an account size of $100. You've already made $7. $7, yeah, that's like 7%. You've already made $10, 10%. Instead of you closing shop for that day, you want to make $50, you want to make 100%. Which business do you do that, on a daily basis is giving you 100%? Any business that will even give you, like 20, 30%, returns, daily returns, you have built structures in that business for years, but you come here and you want to blow. That is a thing that makes people lose money. So you have to unlearn the bad habits. You have to unlearn the inability to listen to instructions. Your coaches, see, I am a full-time, professional. I'm a pharmacist. That's my background, my training. I'm a public health professional and currently, building my career in the data analysis space, of course, within the healthcare domain. So I have my plate full. And I still bring out time to teach and all because I want, if you come to Jifu through me, I owe you training. I owe you guidance. That's it. Because we already have the training, in the platform, videos, joining the educators, all those things. I owe you guidance. And you actually owe me listening, to that guidance, following that guidance so that you can be successful, not doing things how you like, how you want it. You have to unlearn those bad behavior. You have to unlearn poor risk management. You have to unlearn it. You have to unlearn shabbiness in your personal development. You don't listen to audios, you don't watch video trainings, you don't do anything that will build your mind and build your personal brand. You don't do that. And all those are things you have to be willing to unlearn. You have to relearn some things, relearn discipline, relearn how to be guided. You have to relearn confidence in yourself because a lot of you who are going to be joining Jifu, maybe you see this video, decide to join Jifu, and you're like, let me give this thing one more time, one more chance. You're coming from a place where your confidence has been shattered, you've been so battered that you're not even sure of yourself anymore and all. You have to put yourself in a place where you're willing to learn. You're willing to allow someone guide you. You might have been in this Forex space for a while, and then maybe people even know, yeah, you this Forex self. And then maybe one day someone will say, this Forex that you're trading, that by now you're supposed to hammer and all because people are having expectations of you. So some of you're here and people around you, your loved ones, are not supportive of you because they're like, they're not seeing results. And you're like, these people are not supporting my growth. Why would they support you? the reason why they are not supporting you is actually from a place of love, because they see how, over time you've been having losses, losses, losses. What are the reasons why you're having those losses? It's simply because you're not following instructions, you're not being disciplined, you're not doing all those things, so you have not programmed yourself to win. You have not put structures in place, that will guide your trading. You have not put systems in place that will make you journey to profitability. Some of you treat this forex trading like gambling. Like gambling. Some of you treat it like I don't even want to use the word. You just have this attitude to it, like it's just one money, and let's just go and just grab money. And one of the things I like about the forex market is that it will cut you down to size. It will cut you down to size when you come with disrespect. Cut you down to size when you come with indisciplined behavior. Cut you down to size until you're willing to sit down and actually learn. So you have to relearn. By the time you've done the Earl, you learn, you unlearn, relearn, you have now put yourself in the position to earn. With gratitude, you take opportunities from the market. With gratitude, when you make that money, I always tell you, have a plan for the money you're making. Maybe you want to invest it into your education, you want to invest it into a business, another business you're doing, you want to invest it into, let's say you want to create an investment portfolio, you want to buy bonds, you want to buy stocks, you want to buy mutual funds, or when you get that money with gratitude, or you just want to be able to pay your bills. What I tell people, I said, start with your bills. Pick a bill that, you want to put that your Forex money to. Maybe it's your electricity bill. And maybe at the end of the week, when you withdraw, because what's a business if you don't withdraw? You withdraw part of your earnings and you pay that bill. If there's something it does to you, like this money is actually solving a real life problem for me. So you put it there. By the time the market opens the next week, you're going to stay disciplined, because you want that money to continually be able to pick bills around you. It started with that one bill. Before you know it, you pick two, you pick three, and before you know it, you're able to build a very comfortable lifestyle. So why are Jifu Scanners special? This is what I replied that young man with that asked me that question. I'll show you a screenshot of a trade that I entered. One of the things that has helped me is that I don't take too many pairs. I don't take too many pairs, right? This is my little secret. So let me divulge it. So I trade mostly SPX 500 using the trend wave using the Sniper Pro scanner. I've not done a training on that scanner, but I promise you all, I'm going to do a training on that this week. So I use the Sniper Pro scanner, very amazing, to scalp on SPX 500 or indices. You can use it for other indices and even gold. So that's what I've decided, because when I started, this is my third month. When I started, I was everywhere. Oh, okay, I'll just come, 80 card, this is, I'm everywhere, because you have a lot of options and it might be confusing, truth be told. It might be confusing. So for me, I said, after assessing, because I started documenting my trading, after assessing that at the end of that 1 month, I told myself, Marjorie, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. You need to stay organized. So what I did the most of last month, my second month, was, to take a few, I brought out a few trades, currency pairs and different instruments, and said, I'll focus my trading around there. And also I was able to narrow it down to 3 currency pairs. And these 3 currency pairs are currency pairs that I have a relationship with. Like, I've been trading them over time, and I like how, we align, because yes, you can actually have a relationship with a particular currency pair or 1 or 2 currency pairs. So for me, it's and I'm not saying this has to be you. GBP USD is one of them. Let me just say, I don't want to list it, but GBP USD is one of them. So that's why when I woke up at around 1:30 a.m., I just said, let me see what's setting up. And I didn't just go randomly. I said, let me see if there's anything setting up on GBP USD. And I now came in and I saw this trade. This trade was at a good point. All the confirmations that I've taught, in a previous video, all the confirmations had aligned. And I took this trade. Guys, I took it on low risk because, it was 1:30 in the morning and I wanted to go back to sleep. I don't even know why I woke. So I took it at low risk, 0.01. That was what I used. And then, watched it for a while and then went back to sleep. By the time I woke up, that trade had hit exit 5. Guys, typically I put my trades at exit 2, but I just said this is low risk. And I said, let me just take this. I put at exit 5. My thought was that by the time I wake in the morning, later in the morning, it probably will be at exit 3 or something, and then I'll just leave the market with what I had. But by the time I woke up, you can see that trade, that it hit exit 5, and then it started coming down. So this is the reply I gave to that young man. At 1:30, if I did not have access to the Jifu scanners, I wouldn't have been able to take this trade and I would have missed that opportunity. Or if I wanted to take this trade, I'll start going from daily time frame, start using all the tools to see the direction of the trade. I'll do this, I'll use trend line, I'll do this, narrow it down to 4 hours, do this, narrow it down to 1 hour, do this, until, guys, if you've done chatting, you can comment, put it in the comment section, and you know what I'm talking about, that it is tedious. So the scanner took that work off me. I just needed to check and see, did everything align? Yes, everything aligned. I took the trade. And I woke up in profit. When I woke up, I said, oh, okay, well, I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised because it did what it was supposed to do. So that is why we talk about Jifu scanners so much. So while you're learning, I know a bit of things, I'm still learning, but I know a bit of things, at least the basics, in this Forex. So even as a beginner, all you need to do without knowing you need to know how to take the trades on your MT5. I've done a training on that, and you need to just know what to recognize. I've done a training on that. Take the trade, take that opportunity. I've taken that opportunity that it's given me, and I'm out of the market, for that, looking for another opportunity. So that is why we actually love Jifu here. So it takes a lot of work off you, seriously. It takes a lot of work off you. Why am I here? Okay, this is not the screen I wanted to. So Jifu actually takes a whole lot of work off you. So I have com. I was looking for com. Yeah. So why won't I want to take the trades? So this is me, and now GBP has actually it's already come back, to another. It was on a short before. So that trade I took was around here, when it gave the long. So it did a short, and now it's actually giving another opportunity to take a buy. So what I can do, like I've told you, this is actually not a training video, but I'm just going to the markets. So let me see, let me come here and see, GBP USD. Let me see, confirm it with the kill shot scanner to see if it is ready for a buy. Oh, fantastic, guys. I'm taking this trade. Every parameter is ready. I'm taking this trade. So give me a moment. on my, let me go to my MT5. So I'm on my phone now on my MT5, and I'm taking this trade idea. So fantastical. So with my full chairs, because that's the 5 minutes, remember that strategy. I'll put the link to that video here when I share this. Remember that strategy. This is a 5 minute strategy. You know, entry, trend wave has called the entry long, and then kill shot scanner is saying we are on course. Baby girl, enter the market. Heard that sound? Yeah. So that's me. I've taken my position. What profits margin am I targeting? Let me see. Let me see. Okay. I typically like taking, I like taking TP 3. Yeah, so I'll just take TP 3 and that's it. Okay, so I've entered. And then, yeah, so I've entered this trade immediately. And of course, good ethics in trading, always put your stop loss. So I've done that. Guys, how easy is this? This was exactly what happened, in around 1:30 when I woke and I got that trade. So let's see from this to this, 60 pips of profit. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. And then, okay, let me also tell us, show us something. I don't think I've done that in any of my videos. Before you take a trade, right? While you're so excited and stuff, before you take a trade, always come to calculate your lot size. This site here, cashbackforex.com/tools/position size calculator. So let's see. You calculate your lot size and you can calculate your profit, right? What did I press? So now this is the instrument you're trading, GBP USD. And then, of course, if you're using US dollars, you put there. If you're using pounds or euros, you put it there. And then here you switch to stop loss price. So it will give you the entry price. So you come here, entry is 1.33014. Entry is 1.33014. And then the stop loss is 1.32782. Stop loss is 1.32782. And then what's your account balance? If you're using 100 USD, leave it at 100 USD. If you're using 1,000, put 1,000, whatever your account size is, so that's it. And then let's leave it at $100. And then what's your risk? How much are you risking? Next, probably another time I'll talk about risk, what percentage and all. But typically we advise, depending on your account size, you risk 1 to 3% of your account size per trade. Actually, like 1 to 5% of your account size per trade. I do 3%. And the higher your account size, the lower your risk. So if someone with $100 account size can actually do 5%, if you're doing, if you have like $10,000, and you can do 1%, because with $10,000, 1% of your account is actually $100. So the higher you go, the lower your risk size, because 3% will be $300, 5% will be $500. So, for me, I do 3%. And then you come here and calculate. So it's actually giving me, I already know, it's actually giving me, so if you have $100 to trade, account to trade, it's giving you your lot size. Your lot size is 0.01. That's your lot size. And then you can actually come out after you've gotten your lot size. Okay, let's even assume you're doing a 5% and you calculate. At 5%, you have 0.02 as your lot size. So let's come here after we've done this. So you use the right lot size. that you're going to use to take the trade on your MetaTrader 5. If you're using 5%, you use 0.02 as your lot size. So that means that if the trade hits stop loss, you're losing $5. So it has shown you the amount in dollars that you're risking. So, but please, for your risk, always keep it constant. If you're using 5%, maintain 5%. Don't move it up and down. If you're using 3%, maintain 3%. Don't move it up and down. So the profit calculator, now that you know 0.02 is your lot size, the profit calculator is this how it works. You come here, are you buying the trade? Yes, you're buying the trade. Now, what is the lot size? That lot size that it showed you, 0.02. What is the open price? 1.33014. 1.33014. And then what is the close price? Let's just assume we picked exit 5 as example. 1.33644. 1.33644. And then now, if we are going to do the calculation, how much is going to be your profit? Now, your profit in pips is 63 pips. Your profit in money is $12. Guys, do you like this or not? I'm very, very certain you like it. In a single trade, you've made your money $12 cool out of the market. If your account size is $100 and you target making 10% profits daily, you've already hit $12. You've already hit $12 and you're out of the market. So one of the disciplines that I also have is that I have where's my drive? I actually have like my trading log. I started my trading log since last month. Okay, yeah, so today is gonna be my first trade. It's gonna be my first day of trading, in the month of May, because towards the end of last month, I just took time, reflected, analyzed, and stuff. So now this is one of our educators has actually done an automated one, for us. So we can actually use the automated one. But when I say keep your risk percent, consistent, I'm not telling you what I don't do. So I keep mine at 3% and I target taking 5 trades on a daily basis. I target 5 trades on a daily basis. So that is that. So, but we have this Smart Monix compound plan by Manik Quinones, one of our educators in Jifu. He has made it very simple, for us. So these are, some of the small disciplines. But please, before you take your trade, always confirm your lot size, and then you can take that trade. It is so cool. So for me, when it comes to taking my trades, I trade SPX 500 on the Sniper Pro. This week I promised I'll do a training on how to use a Sniper Pro. And then for currency pairs, I have just 3. So if nothing sets up in one, I go to the other one. And then for crypto, Nick Gomez, one of our educators, the man is badass. Once Nick Gomez puts a trade on, I don't take BTC and all that, but when Nick Gomez actually puts out a trade on this thing on the app, on Jifu Connect app for Ethereum, I'm taking it. The man's win rate is badass. And then you also see he also gives trade ideas for XRP. So there's this idea I'm going to be testing out this month, and that's to fund my crypto wallet, because we subscribe to Jifu using crypto. So it's just to fund my crypto wallet with maybe like $50. And every time Nick Gomez gives trade ideas on Ethereum and Ripple XRP, as much I take it on my, I notice I can take Ethereum on my broker on my MT5, but I notice I cannot take XRP. So what I've resolved to do, some other brokers you can take XRP, but it's just the broker I use, and I actually love my broker. So I'm going to be testing that idea out on my crypto exchange app where all Nick Gomez trade ideas. I'll also take it there because that's one way. So that will just be my sub money, my sub, because Nick Gomez trades in a week, you're seeing 2,500 pips, 3,000 pips. The win rate is really so massive. And also you can't be leaving all of that money on the table. Ooh, I love how Kill Shot is just giving me all blues for this GBP USD trade idea that I entered, so it's just, and then when we expand here, everything is just aligning. Everything is just aligning. Yeah, when we expand here, let me move this box to the side. So everything here is aligning. Kill shot is just confirming that we can keep this going. And let me quickly give us some of the other parameters on kill shots. Aside that all what we are looking for, the POC and the trend is showing blue, 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 above, but for a bullish ride and stuff. So it's going up. When you see stars like this, this is, a pullback is actually happening here. A pullback, this star came up and it started selling. When a pullback is happening and stuff, it can start selling. So some people that have not entered this trade will have the opportunity to enter this trade. But so long as you see the 238, this thick wavy line here is a 238, and that's the average of all, like, all the 238 candles, past candles and all. So long as, and it's a powerful indicator, so long as the candles are above the 238, it's showing us that the trend is for a buy. And then the point of control here, this other straight orange line. Is this orange or yellow? Burnt orange. This straight orange, burnt orange line. So long as, look, it's showing that it is blue, and it's showing here that the buyers are in control of this market. So, baby girl, I stay in this market, So these are some of the things that, give you confirmation about a trade. So you're not shaky about what's going on in the market. So fantastic. If there's going to be a trend change, you, of course, will be notified. But right now, we are going bullish and we are going to make some money. So this video was just to make us move around the market, see what we have there. Let me look at one of my the pairs. Let me look at one of the pairs that we trade. Let me look at another smart monies. This GBP JPY, I trade GBP JPY as well. And Smart Monix, this 15 minutes time frame. Smart Monix is one of the other scanners. I've actually done a video on Smart Monix, and it called a sell for this video. And then even on the higher time frame for this pair, this is one of the pairs I trade as well, GBP JPY, one of the 3 pairs I trade. So it's showing a buy. This is a higher time frame. I don't trade these high time frames because higher time frames, oh my God, you have to, maybe by the time my account is $1 million, my trading account is $1 million, I can be taking higher time frames because the movement is really so low. But let me give you something. For this higher time frame, At this point here, that's the yellow candle. I've done a training on Smart Monix. That's the yellow candle that showed up and around this entry line. And let's see in pips from this entry point, let's see where it is now. It hits TP1, that's 500 pips. 500 pips. Wow. 500 pips, that's a lot of money. If you're making $10 on every pip, that's 5,000 pips. If you're making $1 on every pip, that's $500 dollars. And then let me see this one as well. Wow. Let me see this one. This is daily time frame. So the daily time frame is showing, there's a trade that was called out, and that trade, guys, you need to answer why you don't ask why is it rave about Smart Monix. Let me show you the daily time frame for this trade. It called this trade, and then this is the entry. This is the entry. This trade has done 1 to 6 RR, 1,300 pips. And how long did it take? Let me see. Let me put a line. I want to see how long it took, for this trade to get to that point. Yeah, because higher time frames, I don't have that patience. Okay, this was where it hits. So let's see from 3rd of January to 9th of April. So that's why we trade on 5 minutes time frame, and then there's a strategy where we trade on 15 minutes time frame and use 30 minutes and 1 hour for confirmation. But daily time frame, 4 hours, and the likes, they are for people who do swing trading. All Smart Monix trades respects the analysis, because in Smart Monix, I've shown you already in a training I've done. You can check my channel to see the videos. Smart Monix takes you from zone to zone, from supply zone to demand zone. So if you look at this trade, it's moved here. Let me see. It moved here from supply. It moved from demand. Blue is demand zone. It moved to supply zone. And then it still moved again. Where's my arrow? Come on. So it still moved again from supply back to demand zone. So Smart Monix moves from zone to zone. If you check here, on this from here, demand, it moved to supply, and then from supply, it moved back to demand zone. So that is, if you look at Smart Monix, that is how Smart Monix does its own. There's a method to its movement. And also, and Smart Monix will not call a trade for you if nothing has set up. So let's see again. I think I'll do a repeat training for this. So from supply zone down to demand zone. That is how Smart Monix moves, from supply down to demand zones and stuff. So if you go, these are some of the things that should give you confidence when you go on these charts and you want to take, your trades and stuff, and you see that, okay, look, this is a pattern. This is a pattern of, this trade. So say this one,